Did you know that Australian federal elections can end in a tie? It's called a hung parliament, and this is what it actually means and what to expect if the main contenders do end in a dead heat. It's Voting 101 for 2025 with Matilda Boseley from The Guardian, Australia. So you probably know that in Australia we don't directly vote for who gets to be Prime Minister. Instead, each of the country's 150-ish electorates get a seat in the lower house of Parliament, and then everyone votes for the candidate they want to fill their seat. Often, these candidates are affiliated with a certain political party, and whichever political party wins an outright majority of seats, 76, then gets to form government, and their leader becomes the Prime Minister. So, for example, in the 2022 federal election, Labor won 77 seats, so Anthony Albanese became the PM. But the thing is, there's more than just two groups vying for seats at the federal election. There's the Greens, who often pick up a few, there's smaller parties, and of course, independents. So, although it's not all that common, it is totally possible that neither Labor nor the Liberal National Coalition win 76 seats. No one has the outright majority. No one can form government on their own. The Parliament is hung. And when that happens, the crossbench, which is all of those independents and candidates from minor parties, suddenly hold an extreme amount of power. See, if election night does end in a stalemate, Labor and the Liberal National Coalition will spend the next couple of days or weeks in a desperate race to woo the crossbench, hoping to convince enough individual candidates to ally with their side so they can hit that magic number 76. But to do this, those major parties usually have to promise some hefty policy concessions. This happened in 2010, when in order to be reinstated as Prime Minister, Julia Gillard had to win over 3 independents and a Greens member by promising them a variety of things, from weekly private meetings to forming specific government committees and even reforming poker machine laws. In exchange, they agreed to ensure confidence and supply, which basically means promising to pass the budget and also help the government stay in power by opposing any motions that the opposition puts forward to dissolve the parliament. But they could still vote however they liked on all other bits of legislation. Teaming up with the crossbench like this is called forming a minority government, and for the next 3 years, that major party will need to do a lot more negotiating every time they actually want to get their policies enacted. So if you are a major party, you're pretty desperate not to get into this position. But if you're a minor party, an independent, or just someone who supports them, well, then this is kind of a dream scenario, because it's one of the rare times that your voice will actually be meaningfully heard. I mean, it's also sort of the dream if you're an Australian politics dork who loves drama. Not that I'm secretly hoping for a hung parliament or anything.